Hey everybody, I actually made it into snow. Is this snow? No, it's not snow. I wish it was. This is Haas. Hope you all are having a good day. Funny story about sugar sand and snow. My grandma came down to visit us when I was in high school from Indiana, and there's one day and she was starting to not be as aware mentally, but she looks out the window one morning. She goes, Jessica, come look, it snowed last night. I miss that woman. She was something special. Anyway, it's time for a woods walk. Owen has a combination of type A flu and strep throat. So he gets to be out of school till Friday, which means I get to stay home with him as much as possible because I get sick pay, Hannah doesn't. So I'm home with him today, and we did some cleaning. Be home with him tomorrow and Thursday, and Hannah will be home with him on Wednesday. And then Friday he gets to go back to school, just in time for Valentine's Day. I just had some thoughts I wanted to come out here and talk with y'all. We found this really nice little sand pit. It's real shaded. It's not too far a walk from the house, but it's real quiet, and it's easy just to come out here and sit. And Owen and I like it, don't you, bud? It's just a nice, peaceful spot. Only thing that would make it better is if there was a little fishing I could do right here. But you got to come over here and talk to him.
Well, we could actually make a snow angel.
You can make a snow angel?
Look, Daddy. Look.
Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
No. So we like coming down here, and he makes sand angels, and I just sit here and enjoy. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to y'all about, I've thought about this for quite some time, and I just never found the time. I started classes that I talked about in the past video, and I didn't have the time to come out and do all this. So one thing I do with my students is I know when I'm working, it's much easier for me to have something playing to kind of break the silence. So when they're doing individual work, I'm usually playing music or... Come here, Owen. Over here, fast. Fast. I want you to stay over here until they go away. Sorry, I heard some dirt bikes and four-wheelers, and they go crazy out here, and I didn't want them to come flying through without knowing anybody's sitting here and nail one of us. Anyway, so on test days I play white noise just to, again, break up the silence, help them focus. But I'm very selective when I do play music, what music I play. Obviously it's going to be clean and school appropriate, but I find musicians that the music isn't super chaotic, so they don't have to worry about that. It's not a super heavy beat, so they're not getting distracted with that. But there are artists that I know for a fact these kids do not listen to. Every now and then they shock me. Every now and then one of them starts singing along. But usually they're musicians that I know these kids have no idea who they are. So one of my favorite albums, and I play a lot of it on my class playlist, is Tea for the Tiller Man by Cat Stevens. And so we were listening to that the other day in class, and the song Father and Son came on, and it struck me. I got a little choked up in class. I've heard it thousands of times growing up. My two favorite albums until I really got into music was Tea for the Tiller Man and then John Mellencamp's ever since elementary, those two have been my gold standard for albums. So I've heard it thousands of times, but in a song, it's a conversation between a father and a son, and you hear the son say, "From the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen." And I got to thinking, and I'm like, dadgummit, I do that. You know, we wanted Owen to talk so desperately. Then we're like, hey, express yourself, but be quiet. I'm talking, you don't talk. This is what it is. And we totally not disregard that he has thoughts and feelings and all this stuff, because we embrace those. But at the same time, I'm very much a disciplinarian. You know, one quote my dad always said, if I say jump, you say how high. And I've kind of put that into my parenting style as well. If I'm telling Owen or any child to be quiet and listen, and they don't shut their mouth, it's not met with a nice demeanor. It's a, I'm sorry, I told you what to do, you better do it and listen to what I have to say right now. And so that's something I've been working on for the past few months. Owen he can have a fiery temper, just like me. I can fly off the handle very quickly. I'm restrained, but I can get hot really fast. And so we need to let him know that what he's feeling matters. It may not make a difference, and I think that's an important distinction from what we see a lot with parenting over the last, let's say, 10 years, 15 years. Because what I see a lot is so much of this, they have feelings, and so we're not going to do anything to hurt those feelings. And then you end up with people that don't know how to operate in society, that don't understand you need to think about others sometime. And that's one thing I love about Owen, is he's so sensitive to other people's needs, other people's emotions. And there's a lot of kids and teenagers, and frankly even adults, that they don't think about anybody else. So one thing I want to really work on is that if Owen has a concern or if he has a thought, I just don't want to dismiss it and be like, boy, shut your mouth. I just told you what to do. Go do it. I want to much more focus on, you know what? I hadn't thought about that way, buddy. Daddy's sorry. Let's try to do it this way and let it be a little bit better. There's still going to be the times where I'm like, buddy, I know that's how you feel, but this is how it is, and you're going to have to deal with it this way. It sucks. I know it sucks, but there's some times in life where it doesn't matter how you feel. It's just going to be that way. So I want to teach that to him too. But I was really conflicted with that lyric that said, you know, from the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen. And you know, the Bible talks about not provoking your kids to anger, and that's not what I'm talking about at all. Though sometimes it's a little fun to tick them off a little bit, just see how they respond. But you buried yourself. Good job. But yeah, I'm not talking about provoking him to anger. What I'm talking about was, if I was talking, or I would forget that, hey, you know what? He has a bad day too, and I need to try to remember that. I don't know. Maybe a lot of this was just something that I saw in myself. Maybe it can't apply to anybody else. Maybe I'm putting this out there and it's just self-therapy, which, let's be honest, sometimes a lot of what I say is self-therapy. I'm a very introspective individual. I'm always trying to better myself and see why I do the things I do and try to fix that. And I get inspiration from everywhere. This time I got the inspiration from Cat Stevens, who at one time was one of the, I mean, I'd put him above James Taylor for songwriting, but that's just me. Then he did that Youssef stuff, and I wasn't really a big fan of that. That's not what this video is about. Ah, so cool. He buried himself. I'd flip it around and show you, but the camera doesn't do that. They're so sandy. You're getting a bath when we get home.
Oh no.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to say to him?
Well,
You gonna get on camera?
at least my legs are so sandy. I'm touching my feet and moving my hand to get it off. Because that's normally helping.
Yeah. Does Daddy let you talk more now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you see that. I'm trying.
Well, I think normally now we could keep Bella. Anyways, one day we're going to get a phone.
I know, but we need to get rid of Bella before. This is one of those times where I know it's going to hurt, but sometimes you just have to deal with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to deal with it because Bella stays with me.
No, she's not. She's going to go live on a new farm where she can be happy.
Yeah, but our new farm?
No, not our farm. We're a ways away from our farm, bud.
I'll be
A wasp. So, all right, well, we're going to go ahead and end it with there. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. It was something that's been heavy on my heart. Let your kids talk. Don't let them disrespect you. Definitely don't let them disrespect you. Teach them respect, but let them express themselves at the same time. You know, it's a tough enough world with everybody bagging on everybody. Let's not bag on our kids. Let's let them learn how to be humans, not robots that are scared to say anything and maybe won't say anything when they need to one day. So I'm going to work on that. I hope you work on that. Remember, everybody be self-sufficient. Help everyone you can. Inconvenience no one. Y'all have a good day. Bye.
Daddy, can you bury me?